DeltaX plans $141 Georgia battery storage manufacturing hub. DeltaX plans to invest $141 million in a new North American manufacturing headquarters in Monroe, Georgia, as the South Korean battery energy storage company builds out its presence in the U.S. market. The project will establish a domestic production base for battery energy storage systems, serving utility, commercial, industrial, and technology customers. The new DeltaX campus will reside on approximately 25 acres at the Piedmont Regional Industrial Park. The first phase will include a 100,000 square foot BESS assembly facility with additional manufacturing operations and a North American corporate office planned for the site. For Georgia, the project adds another battery and energy technology manufacturer to a sector increasingly connected with grid modernization, electrification, renewable generation, and data center development. DeltaX builds U.S. BESS manufacturing capacity. DeltaX, headquartered in Seoul, develops battery energy storage systems, battery management systems, and energy management technologies. Its target markets include utility-scale storage, renewable energy projects, commercial and industrial facilities, original equipment manufacturers, and AI data centers. The Monroe facility will initially focus on assembling BS products. DeltaX also plans to add facilities for manufacturing key components, creating a broader production operation rather than relying solely on final assembly. A North American corporate office is expected to form part of the same campus. That setup would give DeltaX a combined administrative and manufacturing base as it develops relationships with customers across the region. Founder and CEO Stephen Kim identified Georgia's established advanced energy manufacturing sector as one factor behind the decision. Locating production in the Southeast could also reduce the distance between DeltaX and U.S. customers that would otherwise depend more heavily on overseas manufacturing and longer supply chains. The investment comes as battery storage plays a larger role across the U.S. power system. Beyond renewable energy projects, BESS installations are increasingly used for grid support, demand management, and power resilience at large commercial and industrial sites. Data centers are becoming a particularly relevant market. Rising electricity demand from AI and cloud computing infrastructure is pushing operators, utilities, and developers to consider a wider mix of generation, storage, and energy management technologies. DeltaX is targeting this segment with systems that combine batteries with thermal management, software, and AI-based energy controls. The approach reflects a wider move in the storage market toward integrated systems that manage when and how stored power is used, rather than functioning only as standalone battery capacity. Georgia adds to its advanced energy manufacturing base. The DeltaX project also extends Georgia's efforts to attract energy technology and advanced manufacturing investment. State officials have pointed to factors including the state's workforce programs, research universities, logistics infrastructure, and energy network as part of its manufacturing proposition. DeltaX Vice President of North America Operations James C. Park similarly cited workforce availability, logistics, and the state's business environment as factors considered during the site selection process. At the local level, the development is expected to create approximately 250 positions. Monroe and Walton County officials have positioned those jobs as an opportunity to expand the area's advanced manufacturing workforce while adding another employer to the Piedmont Regional Industrial Park. The Georgia Department of Economic Development worked on the project with the Walton County Development Authority, Georgia Power, the Metro Atlanta Chamber, and Georgia Quick Start. The investment also adds to Georgia's manufacturing ties with South Korea, which has become an important source of battery, automotive, and other advanced manufacturing projects in the state. For DeltaX, the Monroe campus provides a U.S. manufacturing foothold as demand grows for storage across utilities, renewable energy, industrial operations, and data infrastructure. For Georgia, it broadens an energy manufacturing base increasingly linked to batteries and the systems required to manage higher electricity demand.